said she was upper class. I'd worked that out. I tried not to let it prejudice me. Well, not too much.
"If you are Falco, I want to consult you."
He came out clear and surprisingly assured. Chin up and self-confident, the prospective client had the bright address of a star trapeze artiste. She knew what she wanted and expected to be listened to. "Sorry, I'm not available for hire." Still upset by my visit to Maya, I took a sterner line than I should have done. The client tried to win me over. She hung her head and looked down at her toes pathetically. She was accustomed to wheedling sweetmeats out of somebody. Big brown eyes begged for favours, confident of receiving what she asked. I simply gave her the hard stare of a man who had returned from imparting tragic news to people who then decided to blame him for the tragedy. Helena appeared. She cast a frowning gaze over the cutesy wearing the bangles, then she smiled ruefully at me from behind the slatted half-door that Petronius and I had built to stop my 1-year-old daughter crawling outside. Julia, my athletic heir, was now pressing her face through the slats at knee level, desperate to know what was going on, even if it left her with grazed cheeks, a squashed mouth, and a distorted nose. She greeted me with a wordless gurgle. Nux, my dog, leapt over the half-door, showing Julia how to escape. The client was knocked from her stool by the crazy bundle of rank fur, and she shrank back while Nux performed her routine exuberant dance to celebrate my homecoming and the chance that she might now be fed.
"This is Gaia Lelia."
Helena gestured to the would-be client, like a seedy conjurer producing from a tarnished casket a rabbit who was known to kick. I could not quite tell whether the disapproval in her tone related to me or to the child.
"She has some troubles regarding her family."
I burst into bitter laughter. "Then don't look to me for comfort. I have those troubles myself. Listen, Gaia, my family view me as a murderer, a wastrel, and a general all-round unreliable bastard, added to which, when I can get into my apartment, I have to bathe the baby, cook the dinner, and catch 2 baby birds who keep crapping everywhere, running under people's feet and pecking the dog." On cue, a tiny, bright yellow fledgling with webbed feet ran out through the gaps in the half-door. I managed to field it, wondering where the other half was. Then I grabbed Nux by her collar before she could lunge at it and pushed her down the steps. She scrabbled against the backs of my legs, hoping to eat the birdie. Bangles clonked angrily like goat bells as Gaia Lelia stamped her little gold-clad foot. She lost some of her previous air of maturity.
"You're horrid. I hope your duckling dies."
"The duckling is a gosling," I informed her coolly. "When it grows up, if I ever manage to nurse it from egg to adulthood without Nux or Julia frightening it to death, it will be a guardian of Rome on the Capitol. Don't insult a creature with a lifelong sacred destiny."
"Oh, that's nothing," scoffed the angry little madam. "Lots of people have destinies."
She stopped. "Well?" I inquired patiently.
"I'm not allowed to say."
Sometimes a secret persuades you to take the job. Today, mysteries held no charm for me. The terrible afternoon that I had just spent with my sisters had killed any curiosity.
"Why have you got it here, anyway?"
demanded Gaia, nodding at the gosling. Despite my depression, I tried to sound proud. "I am the Procurator of Poultry for the Senate and the people of Rome." My new job. I had only had it today. It was still unfamiliar, but I already knew that it was not what I would have chosen for myself.
"Flunky for feathers,"
giggled Helena from inside the door. She thought it was hilarious. Gaia was dismissive too.
"That sounds like a title you made up."
"No, the Emperor invented it, the clever old boy. Vespasian had wanted me in a position which would look like a reward, but which would not cost him much in salary. He thought this up while I was in North Africa. At his summons, I had sailed all the way home from Tripolitania, eagerly hoping for position and influence. Geese were what the imperial joker inflicted on me instead. And yes, I had been awarded the augur's sacred chickens too. Life stinks. Gaia, who knew how to be persistent, still wanted me to explain why the yellow bird was living in my house.